Special has been really popular for us. We've sold absolutely loads for the shop. I've used them quite a lot myself, and I've caught lots of fish on them. I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah, yeah, they're brilliant. They are good.
Can you show me one of your favourite rigs for fishing the Northern Special pop-ups?
Yeah, absolutely. So, personally, if I'm fishing a single, certainly for what's quite clear as well, I prefer the 12s personally. I think the larger ones, they're great for snowmen or to trim down or to whittle down or what have you. But
I've used them on chods as well, the big ones.
Yes, yeah. But I do quite like this sort of particular little rig, certainly in the winter, or if you're fishing over a few little bits of bait and things like that. I think just the 12s are a nice kind of size, and this is a great little rig to present it on. So it's basically a fluorocarbon combi.
Okay.
So what you've got,
that's nice and stiff then.
Yeah. So this is a 20-pound fluorocarbon. You can go heavier than that. You can go up to a 25.
So the thicker diameter, the heavier you go, the stiffer basically.
Yeah.
You're gonna get.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a bristle type fluorocarbon, but it has got some stiffness to it. Part of the main important thing about it is the stiffness will help the rig reset itself. So if it gets disturbed, the fish get away with it, something happens, it's always going to reset itself.
It's going to straighten itself out,
straighten itself out.
So the next carp can come along and you're still fishing effectively.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. I use a little Albright knot under there, which can be a little bit fiddly to tie, but it's such a great way to join two materials. It's got amazing knot strength, it's an incredibly strong knot. You can trim the tags really tight, and you can get a really short braided section if you're careful and you practice. A little bit putty over the top. It's an incredibly neat way to join two materials.
It looks very, very neat. So
I'm quite fastidious, I suppose, and quite fussy with how neat my rigs are. So yeah, I do quite like that.
That looks super neat. So you've got a nice stiff boom and a soft up section. So when you cast out, it just sits nicely up off the bottom like that. And talk me through your hook bait setup, how you mount your hook bait onto, it looks like a little ring swivel on there.
Yeah, that is one of the Thinking Anglers hook ring swivels. A few different ones out there now, but they're the ones I use. They've been out there for quite a long time. They were the original first ones that came out. And so what you've got, obviously, if you just tie your bait onto a ring, it's only kind of one way that it can move, whereas with these it can move up and down the shank, it can move around it, and it can also spin that way. So it's completely interdependent of the hook, that the hook can literally spin around underneath. So the amount of I mean, you can really see the amount of movement that you can get out of the hook, and that all really comes through the hook ring.
So there's no chance it can tangle whatsoever.
No,
it resets itself every single time.
Yep, and that's just a little hook stop, like a little hard kind of rubber hook stop. I set that sort of just roughly level with the barb, is fine, and then I just use a little system with some bait floss, pull that through, a little stop, and blob it, and I pull the barrel in again, so it just kind of keeps it really neat, and then just a tiny bit of shrink tube just to finish it off. But I mean, all in all, great rig.
That's superb. So the putty around there just makes it sink down, and the pop-up just sits off the bottom. So it's presented, even if you're fishing over light weed or on clear bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute perfect presentation.